Hi, welcome back to VoiceOver Startup. I'm in this quarantine mode. Haven't done a video in like 10 months, and here I'm doing my second one in one day. You got to do something, right? I want to talk about what I see as the big myth in voiceover. And that myth has to do with the voice. There's this idea that you have to have a perfect voice, and I'll always hear when friends of at church or someone that I meet finds out that I do voiceover, and I don't walk around telling people I do voiceover. I don't, but what'll happen is someone will say, "Hey, I heard that you narrate audiobooks, or I heard that you do voiceovers." And I'm like, yeah, I do that. I've done that for a few years now. And they'll say things like, I've always thought that would be fun. I just don't have the voice for it. Guess what? There is no voice for voiceover. There isn't. All you got to do is listen to radio ads. And I'll give you an example. I don't know who the guy is, but the guy who does the voice for Home Depot. Okay? Just a normal, kind of slightly effeminate voice of this guy that does Home Depot. Just a regular voice. Okay, that's a voice you'd run into at the grocery store, right? And they're all over the place. It's to the point almost that the only time you hear this big booming radio voice is when they're making fun of something, right? Check it out. You go listen. The only time you hear those big Don Pardo type voices, these classic big voices are basically when they're making fun of big voices or movie trailer voices. The reality is the vast majority of voice work now is just normal people with normal voices. So if you've thought, oh, I can't do voiceover work, I don't have a great voice, bull. There are successful voiceover artists who have lisps. That's a hard word to say, even if you don't lisp. But they have real voices. I would say the most important skill, the most important thing you need to have as a voiceover artist, and I've thought a lot about this, I really think the most important skill is being able to read. Okay, and I don't mean just read words on a page. That's important too, being able to read, being a good reader. But I mean the ability to translate words on a script into something that sounds natural. The ability to read without sounding like you're reading. That's much more important than your voice, than the sound of your voice. I think any voice could be a successful voiceover artist if they have that ability to read without sounding like they're reading. The ability to, and I'm not really talking about acting, okay? That's part of it. We talk about voice actors, and that can be part of it, right? I was never into drama. I was never an actor, but I do think I'm a pretty good reader. I do think I can read a script and make it sound conversational, make it sound like I'm not reading. And with that is the ability to convey an emotion. And the only way you can do that really is to practice and listen. Listen to how you hear other people on the radio. You will hear people that are really good and you'll go, why is this person so good? It's so good because they have a way of making it sound very intimate and personal, right? Or you might hear people that are really bad and you'll say, why is this person really bad? Well, they're really bad because they're talking at me instead of to me, right? They're broadcasting instead of having a conversation, right? That stuff is way more important than having a voice. So if your voice is what's holding you back, don't let it. Don't let it. All kinds of voices can be successful, very successful voiceover artists. It's your ability to read and your ability to sound like you're not reading, right? To sound sound like whatever is required, right? If they need calm and relaxing, then you need to be able to talk in a way that's calm and relaxing. But if they want energetic, then you need to be able to be really excited and let people hear the smile in your voice because you're so excited, right? So that's what's going to be important. It's not your voice. Voiceover is not about your voice. It's about your ability to connect, right? Your ability to read. That hasn't always been the case, right? Because you go back to the 60s and 70s and they had the big voice guys, the guys in the voice booth, right? That had this voice of God, right? That's not what people want anymore, unless they need it as a joke in a commercial, right? So don't let your voice discourage you. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. We'll see you. Bye-bye.